Did you know that XRP could be on the verge of hitting a brand new all-time high, reaching $6 or even more within days? That's right, one analyst believes that we're about to see a major breakout that could nearly double XRP's previous records. Curious how? Well, let's stick around. First off, let's see what's causing all this kind of wild volatility in the crypto market lately. Well, it's all pretty much a result of statements from the Federal Reserve that have shaken up investor sentiment. This just in time for the holiday season. It's no coincidence. We all remember what happened in the holiday season of 2020. Maybe you don't, maybe you do, but we'll just say that Clayton dropped a nice Christmas present for retail investors worldwide. Anyway, the Fed has been kind of notably hawkish in its approach. Fed Chair 𝗕𝗓𝗪𝗓 recently indicated lower than expected interest rate cuts, not in 2024, but way out in 2025. This type of news tends to call off risky assets like cryptocurrencies because higher interest rates makes more traditional investments like bonds more appealing. Crypto, being riskier, can see funds flow out when investors fear an extended period of tight monetary policy. So let's talk about the hawkish Fed and crypto impact then. So cryptocurrency is often seen as a hedge against inflation, but when the Federal Reserve signals its plan to keep interest rates higher for longer, many institutional investors become more risk adverse. This often triggers a drop in Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other major tokens. Let's talk about the legislative restrictions and Bitcoin then. So there's also chatter about legislative restrictions that could prohibit the Fed from holding Bitcoin. While central banks don't typically hold large crypto positions, these discussions alone have stirred fear, uncertainty, and doubt, what we often call FUD in the market. So let's talk about the sentiment and the technical correction, or at least correlation, I should say. Now, as sentiment shifts negative, chart patterns can amplify these moves. You might see a symmetrical triangle, a wedge, or some other kind of configuration that, if combined with pessimistic outlook, can translate into sudden price dips. Conversely, when positive news hits, these patterns can flip bullish very quickly. We'll talk more about the context of XRP in just a moment. Now that we kind of have a sense of the broader kind of market context, let's zoom in on XRP specifically, right? The token's been on a bit of a roller coaster, plummeting almost 10% in a single day before rebounding. But what could these kind of lows be setting the stage for? A potential explosive move up, maybe? Well, let's find out. So, how does a 9.91% drop in a single day sound? If you're an XRP holder, it might sound kind of downright scary. But if there's kind of more to the story than maybe meets the eyes, right? So according to this news article, and this was kind of going back because this is a pre-record for Christmas Day. Merry Christmas, everybody. This article comes out on Sunday, right? So we're a couple days kind of behind. And we did see a little bit of volatility over the weekend. We saw a 9.91% plunge on Wednesday, followed by another 3.24% on Thursday. Now, that brought the price down to 196 on December 20th. Now, at first glance, that's a big red candle that might kind of make any trader's heart skip a beat. But it's not all necessarily doom and gloom. We've got to bear in mind that this drop didn't happen in isolation. The entire crypto market was reacting to the Fed's stance and rumors about potential crypto regulation. So Bitcoin also saw some troubles, right? It saw a lot of turbulence. Ethereum struggled to maintain momentum. So XRP was merely reflecting the kind of broader negative sentiment. It wasn't doing something completely out of the ordinary. And actually, in reflection, XRP has held up amazingly well considering, right? Now, interestingly, after hitting 196, XRP rebounded sharply, up by 4.35%, reaching $2.37. Okay, and obviously at the point of recording, it's going to be slightly lower. I think it's around 222, 225, something to that effect. But this kind of reversal, it hints that buyers are still very much in the game. Maybe some saw this as an opportunity to buy the dip, right? So why would a sudden bounce indicate a shift in mood? Well, for one, it suggests that big players might believe XRP is undervalued at the kind of under $2 level. Also, short-term sellers could be taking profits, causing short squeeze. Overall, the rebound has fueled fresh optimism among XRP fans. All right, so XRP took a serious hit, but it's now kind of showing signs of life, right? Could this be another fake out, or is it a kind of bigger move that is brewing? So one analyst called 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗂, we might actually be looking at something far more exciting, a symmetrical triangle pattern that could potentially catapult XRP to $6. Yep, you heard that right. So what if I told you that XRP is currently forming a symmetrical triangle that might lead to an explosive breakout? You might be skeptical. Well, let's see what the data shows us. Right, technical analyst 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗂 points to a symmetrical triangle on XRP's daily chart. This pattern often signifies indecision in the market. Neither bulls nor bears kind of have the upper hand until we kind of approach the apex, where a breakout or a breakdown becomes likely. Let's talk about the formation and explain what goes on here. I do a lot of Elliott Wave stuff on the channel, as you guys probably know. We actually put a whole course together on Elliott Wave. You can go check that out over at 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗀𝗀𝗀com if you want to understand this stuff in true granular level detail. There's a lot of rules around it. So this might sound really confusing as I try to explain a symmetrical triangle. It's also known as an Elliott Wave triangle. But it's actually quite simple and quite straightforward. I cover it on the course. You can check the course out. Usually it's linked in the description below, and I often run some kind of coupon code or some kind of discount. So check it out if you're interested in understanding the technical side a little bit more. So let's talk about the formation then. You have a wave A. It begins with a steep decline where sellers dominate, or an incline because it can happen in both directions. A wave B is a recovery of the wave A, where buyers, in this case, would push back. Then you have a wave C, which is another drop to lower lows. Okay, this is basically it's intensifying kind of bears, kind of the bearish fears, I should say. Then you've got the wave D, a rebound that tests the upper trend line of the triangle. Then you've got a wave E. A wave E is the final pullback before a kind of decisive move. And according to 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗂, XRP is near the apex of this pattern, suggesting a breakout is imminent. So what are the key levels to look for? Well, $2.40 immediate resistance, $2 major support, $2.90 the 7-year peak reached on December 3rd. Okay, and then we have if XRP breaks above $2.40, the next big test is $2.90. From there, a successful push could see us reach for that much hyped $6 level. Now, one of the most significant points from 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗂's analysis is timeline. The symmetrical triangle is expected to resolve within the next week, which puts us in as pretty bullish areas, right? That could be even when this video goes out that we're talking about a breakout happening, right? The analyst believes that XRP could hit $6 within days of that breakout. So this could be, I should say that this is not a conservative estimate, right? It's quite bold, a very bold prediction. But if XRP does follow the textbook of the trajectory of a symmetrical triangle breakout, then this might actually be a very sharp surge indeed. Now, technical patterns and symmetrical triangles, they offer a kind of visual representation of a tug of war between buyers and sellers. The fundamentals or market sentiment provides a spark that at the right time, breakouts can be swift and very powerful. Given that XRP has a long history of sudden price explosions, many are kind of taking this pattern very seriously. Now, at this point, you might be thinking, this is too good to be true, but there is a historical precedent that actually makes making kind of analysts even more kind of confident on this pattern. So let's compare what's happening right now, I should say, to XRP's legendary kind of a bull run back in 2017. Remember, right, 2017, when crypto mania was at a kind of fever pitch, XRP skyrocketed by thousands of percentage points. Now, what if history is repeating itself? 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗂 has identified strong parallels between XRP's current moves and its historical rally in 2017. Back then, XRP started a multi-month climb around March and peaked a massive all-time high in early 2018. Now, some indicators suggest a fairly, or at least a similar pattern might actually be unfolding. Now, In March of 2017, XRP was trading at mere pennies before it started an incredible ascent that caught everyone's attention. Fast forward to today, and some argue the market's environment and XRP's charts signals are kind of reminiscent of that exact era, minus the exact conditions that led into the 2017 ICO craze, of course. Now, Crypto Bull notes that XRP's recently achieved a critical target of $1.96, mirroring a milestone from the 2017 climb. This is a fractal pattern, and if this fractal pattern continues, the analyst projects XRP could hit $6.28 by the end of December 2024, which would be absolutely mind-blowing, right? Now, furthermore, if bullish momentum stays intact, we might see even $40 by the end of January 2025. Now, the latter figure is extremely optimistic, but if it does kind of underscore how quickly crypto markets can move under the right circumstances. Of course, not everyone is on board. Some analysts argue that the market conditions in 2017 were unique, driven by an explosion in new ICOs and unprecedented retail hype. We also have different macroeconomic conditions today: global inflation concerns, hawkish Fed, regulatory scrutiny, and more. So while fractal patterns can be fascinating, they're not actually, ironclad predictions. Still, they can serve as a useful roadmap to gauge possible price movements. Now, if XRP does break out and lead a new altcoin rally, it might inspire confidence across other tokens as well, including mid-cap coins and even brand new projects. On the flip side, if XRP's symmetrical triangle fails to break upwards, it could send shockwaves through the market, as many traders might turn to risk off until more clarity arrives. So, is XRP about to shatter ceilings and set a brand new all-time high, or will macroeconomic forces and regulatory headwinds keep it grounded? Let's wrap up by highlighting the key points that you need to keep in your mind. The Fed's influence on crypto, right? We touched on how the Federal Reserve's hawkish stance and potential legislative restrictions have created a risk-adverse environment. Crypto is feeling the pressure, but a pivot or any unexpected dovish move could flip the script. XRP's plunge and rebound. Despite a steep drop to 196, XRP recently rebounded, suggesting there's still strong buying interest. This volatility points to heightened uncertainty, but also the potential for big gains or losses. Symmetrical triangle breakout theory. Crypto Bull believes XRP is wrapping up a corrective phase inside a symmetrical triangle. If the breakout happens as predicted, $6 might just be around the corner. Historic 2017 fractal and lofty targets, right? The 2017 fractal analysis hints at the possibility of $6.28 by the end of December 2024, and even a speculative $40 by the end of January 2025. While exciting, these targets come with a healthy dose of caution. Past performance doesn't guarantee future results. My personal take, XRP definitely has some bullish factors stacking up in its favor, from a strong community to an interesting chart setup. However, it's always important to remember that cryptocurrency markets are unpredictable. If you're holding XRP, make sure that you're doing so as part of a balanced strategy. And if you're new to crypto, research is your best friend. Never invest more than you can afford to lose. Now, if you found found value in this breakdown, do me a massive favor and hit that like button for me. It really helps the channel out massively. Share this video with your friends who are into crypto. Subscribe for more if you haven't done so already. And don't forget, guys, check that video out right there. It's one you don't want to miss.